What's up, y'all? It's your boy Brian Ash, aka the Handsome Fister, and as you can tell, I'm very handsome. I decided today, well, actually, it was late last night, but it was basically like today, that I was gonna do a new series called Real Life. I just decided on the name while I was in the shower a minute ago. I apologize for my voice. Because I've been sick, and that's probably why you haven't seen many videos or streams or anything, but this isn't about that. This is about real life. I was going to use a bunch of examples of people that I know in the world who, you'll see what I'm talking about, but this is called Your Actions Dictate the Outcome. So your actions in anything in life dictate the outcome, whether good, bad, or neutral. And I was going to use a ton of people as examples, but instead I'm just going to use myself as the example for all of these. So a lot of times you might hear me complain. I used to complain about how many hours I worked, because I worked a lot of hours and I wasn't spending enough time chasing my dreams. And that's all my fault. Like, my actions to have kids, 6 kids, and to, buy new cars, have a nice home, have nice things, those actions cause me to have to work more. As you can tell with the economics in the country, most people need two people to work to survive. But I was raised by 2 parents. My dad worked 100 hours a week and my mom stayed home, and that worked for us as a family, and so I just, my wife and I decided that she would stay home to help raise the kids, help with homework, but due to that decision, I have to work more to be able to survive life. An action to, instead of driving like a Ford Focus, I drive a F-250 Super Duty, which is probably 2 or 3 times the payment of a Ford Focus. That action has caused me to have to work more to pay for that vehicle. See what I'm getting? When I was younger, I would miss a lot of work, and that action caused me not to have a lot of money. Or, for instance, when I was just fresh out of high school, I just started in the trades, and me and my girlfriend at the time got into a fight on a Thursday night. A buddy of mine's like, "Look, dude, I'm going up north tomorrow, family reunion style, you can come with us, my family loves you, and then, you can forget about this whole situation." So I did. I missed Friday and Saturday at work. Now, that action caused me to, in the future, struggle to make a car payment and to pay my other bills, get to and from work. See what I'm getting at? Or how I treat people now is different than how I treated them then, because I didn't realize that if I treat people better, I get a better outcome. So if I treat people the way they deserve to be treated. So if you get treated good, I'll treat you better. If you treat me bad, I'll treat you worse. But I'll still try and kill you with kindness. So I had posted something on social media today that said, I'm going for their necks, off of their heads. And so I was gonna name names in this video, and I decided not to, because it's not worth it. Some people need to learn on their own. So I had to learn the hard way that for every action, there's a reaction. Some you learn in school. So, for instance, like, if I were to take time off work, the reaction would be I wouldn't have as much money, and I would have to work more in the future. Or with me having to work so much, it's costing me some stream time and some video time. And, you know, but the reason why that is because of my actions since I was 20 years old, 19, 20 years old, to where I focused on having like lavish shit. Like I bought a fucking chain when I was, you know, really rapping that I probably wore like 10 times. It was a Sons of Detroit chain. It cost like 15, 16K, and maybe more. I don't know exactly how much it cost. It was like 10 years ago, but because I did that, like it took me until last year to buy a camera to be able to do these videos. It took me until this year to be able to get my stream set up to be able to give you that brand of content. So I was putting all my eggs in the music basket, and I wouldn't say it failed, but it didn't work. Or for me putting all my money into studio time, it didn't allow me to put any money into marketing and distribution. So technically that album was a flop, even though it did pretty good, but it was considered a flop if you asked anybody because it didn't do anything. Does that make sense? But it was because of my action to put all of my money into the production and $0 or almost $0 into marketing that it failed. So that's what I'm trying to say is everything that you do will either affect you positively or negatively depending on that action. And your actions from 10, 15, 20 years ago will affect you now. Whether it be attitude, how you treat people, how you view the world. But it all started from you and your actions. Like for instance, my biological father has been out of my life since I was 8 years old. Now I used to harbor resentments for that, right? Like how dare you not like love me? But I didn't think about the fact that my stepfather adopted me and he was a way better influence on me than anybody in the world. Like I do the same things because I do the job that I do because of him. I reach for the stars because of him. I treat women the way that I do because of him. You see what I'm saying? So like I harbored years of resentment and anger towards my biological father when I should have just said, I should have looked at the positive of it. So anyway, that's all I got, man. I just think about what you do, think about your actions, because your actions dictate your future and your past dictates your future. But it's all up to you. Your happiness is you. Nobody else dictates your happiness except for you. Nobody dictates what happens next except for you. Your cause creates an effect. You see what I'm saying? It's Brian Nash, aka Handsome Fister. And I hope you guys have a very nice day. And if you like this video, you like this content, share it, like the video. Let's help Real Life episode 1 go viral. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. We can do it together as a team. And I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this too because there's a lot of real shit. This is probably the realest shit I ever posted on my YouTube channel.